The Owl House is the greatest piece of fiction to me. This goes beyond cartoons, beyond TV, beyond movies, books, stage shows, video games, everything. Owl House beats all of them. And today, I want to share with you my love for the first season of Peak Fiction. What makes a good story? To me, the most important part in all of storytelling is the characters. And oh boy does Owl House knock it out of the park with the quality of its characters. Luz is my favorite protagonist ever. I adore that she doesn't really have to change much about herself. So many stories are about a character learning some lesson like responsibility, courage, or overcoming something like their selfishness. But no, they don't do that with Luz. Instead, her story is that of self-acceptance, and that she doesn't really need to change anything about herself. She just needs to find the right people. Ida is absolutely fantastic. Her growth as she and Luz grow closer is so incredibly sweet, and she is the second most amazing lover ever. King seems like he would just be used for comic relief at first, but no, they tell so many amazing stories with him. Taking advantage of his young age and his insecurities about possibly not seeing Luz again soon. Gus and Willow don't get a whole lot until season 2, but they're still very entertaining here. And then there's Amity. Holy shit, she is incredible. I will never understand how someone can think her development was rushed. I feel like a lot of people who say this fail to realize that people are very complicated. Just because she was able to become friends of Luz doesn't mean she's fully redeemed herself yet. And the people making the show know this. Her relationship with Willow continues to mend across season 2 as well. But we aren't talking about that just yet. Her relationship with Luz is done masterfully here. I think people fail to realize that she only just met Luz, so the fact that she's friends with her by Adventures of the Elements doesn't mean it's rushed. Lilith is also really awesome. Was the reveal of her cursing Ida a bit predictable? Yeah, but I don't really care. My favorite thing about her is just how loyal she truly is to her sister. Yeah, she tried to capture her, but she was trying to help heal her. And as soon as Belos told her the truth, she's just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go betray you now with no second thoughts. And speaking of Belos, damn! What an incredible villain. From his first appearance, I'm already sold on him having taken over the whole Isles as Emperor. The way he just wipes the floor of Luz and handles the Owl Beast without any struggle. A creature shown throughout the series to be incredibly powerful. And on top of all that, he is voiced brilliantly by Matthew Rhys.
What's wrong, human? I thought you wanted to fight.
He gives him such an intimidating presence that elevates him to being my favorite villain in fiction. Yes, I really mean that. And this is something I can say about the entire cast. Sarah Nicole Robles brings such a sweet and energetic personality to Luz. Wendy Malick becomes a Disney mom again and absolutely kills it. So much raw emotion is brought out in her performance. And if I'm being completely honest, I feel like King is Alex Hirsch's best voice role. Yes, better than all his roles in Gravity Falls. Same thing with Wendy Malick applies here. He brings out so much pure emotion that I'm constantly forgetting he's essentially doing the exact same voice he did for Belle Cypher.
Yes! Yes! This is a throne worthy of a tyrant!
Ladies, gentlemen, that creature with like 87 different faces!
88 different faces!
But unlike Wendy Malick, he does this with a character with no moving mouth, so it's even more noticeable. All the side characters are super fun and also voice great. As you can probably tell, I love the Blight Twins, especially Ed. They're just super fun to see. Hexside characters like Bump, Bosher, Maddie, and the Detention Gang are always fun to see. And of course, Steve. I don't think I really have to say more, do I? Now then, let's move on to the next thing I adore about this season. The story. Now, there actually isn't a lot of plot this season. Instead, we get a very basic story. Just fun characters living their life with obvious continuity. This helps make room to really flesh out the world of the show, making room for the more plot-driven season 2. And it's only just fun seeing Luz trying to get into school, learning more about the Isles, discovering new spells, and building relationships. Everything is paced really well. We're constantly learning more and more about the Emperor and Lilith, so the finale doesn't feel like it comes out of nowhere, unlike some other series. And oh boy, is that finale great. And this leads me to my next topic. Individual episodes. It is my belief that every episode of this show is an 8 out of 10 or more. I love all of them, and yes, I do mean all of them. Adventures in the Elements is incredible. It gives us more world building by taking us to the knee. We learn more about the wild magic of the Isles. Luz has great development as he learns to slow down and not try to rush her learning. And of course, we've got Edric. He alone makes this a masterpiece. Understanding Willow is beautiful and is astronomically great for both Willow and Amity's growth. It's amazing seeing the complexities of what happened between them and why Amity did the things she did. This is just a really great start to their arc of rekindling their friendship. Enchanting Gromfright is honestly underrated in my opinion. Yeah, one of the most beloved episodes. Underrated. This is a fantastic Lumity episode, but you already know that. But I especially love Luz dealing with lying to her mum. The little scenes of her struggling with what to text to her, and then that final scene where she actually starts saying something. Luz's message played over all these shots of her friends is honestly one of my favorite shows in the entire show. Honestly, this could work really great as a season finale. But no, instead they just had to give us an even better one. Agony of a Witch and Youngblood Old Souls. Fuck! This is a god tier finale. The build-up of everything is amazing. The battle between Ida and Lilith is indescribably awesome. Ida's rage-filled entrance after hearing that Luz is in danger, and the beautiful animation, and then this.
Alright, kid. Listen to me. I'm going away, and I don't know if I can bounce back this time. Watch over King. Remember to feed Hootie.
Please, no!
And Luz, thank you for being in my life.
Ida.
The writing and the performances here are absolutely incredible. And the ending of Luz arriving back at the Owl House, King asking where Ida is, and then her just breaking down as King and Hootie comfort her. It's so beautiful. Youngblood Old Souls is astounding. Losing King's determination to get Ida back, Lilith's betrayal of the Emperor, Ida and Lilith's backstory, this entire fucking scene. Dude, I just love everything here. This is the peak of the season's quality, but every episode is amazing. Now I want to take a look at some episodes which are treated lesser than others, and defend them. Witches Before Wizards is really awesome. It's a perfect second episode. Episode 1 establishes our main character in the world, and this establishes that those fantasy tropes like prophecies are bullshit. Once Upon a Swap is just super fun. I can't comprehend how people don't like it. And we still learn more about the characters. It's not bloody filler.
Join the Emperor's Coven, like we dreamed about when we were girls.
Ida wanted to be in the Emperor's Coven?
Don't be afraid.
Now let's talk about a few things that I don't have that much to say about, but I still want to mention briefly. This show is gay. Yes, you know this. Luz has the bi, Amity has the lesbian, Willow has 2 dads. You know this. Everyone has already talked about this. I'll just say it's really awesome. It helped me with my journey of acceptance of my sexuality. Lumity is not rushed. Shut the fuck up. The animation is beautiful and makes a breathtaking fight scenes. Look at this. So gorgeous. And the music is epic. I probably prefer Brad Weir's work in Season 2, but TJ Hill still does a great job here. Obviously we have the amazing outro and intro. But we also have the Grom fight. And a bunch more. Ida's Curse is a really nice parallel to mental health as well. And as someone with mental health issues, this makes me really happy. Now, let's get to ranking these episodes. So, starting from the least amazing and going towards god tier television, we've got A Lying Witch and a Warden, Witches Before Wizards, Once Upon a Swap, Duty's Moving Hassle, Something Ventured, Someone Framed, Escape of the Palisman, Sense and Insensitivity, Convention, The First Day, Really Small Problems, I Was a Teenage Abomination, Bring It Like Witches, The Intruder, Lost in Language, Adventures in the Elements, Understanding Willow, Enchanting Gromfight, Agony of a Witch, Young Blood Old Souls. Wow, what an incredible season of TV. Now let's take a look what Season 2 has to offer. What the fuck Season 1 looks like shit compared to that? Oh, Titan!